Hey, so to kick this thing off, I want to talk about the whole Denver Broncos getting a new quarterback who's not really a new quarterback, who's actually an old quarterback, who's actually been in the league for about damn near 11 years.
It's a Super Bowl MVP.
Yes, technically, yes, he is a Super Bowl winning MVP.
Not technically, like he is. Like that's the award. He
Technically.
has the MVP award of that Super Bowl and the Super Bowl ring.
It's technically.
How
It's
how
always
is that technically?
yeah.
That's
If you have Ed Reed and Jerry Lewis on that team, it's
Okay.
technically.
Did you say Jerry Lewis?
I said Ray Lewis.
I thought you said Jerry Lewis. I'm
Oh.
like, what
I mean,
are you watching?
that's still not technically. He has those awards. He has the ring and he has the award.
All right, so if you don't know what we're talking about, we're talking about the Denver Broncos, who are a bunch of bums, just agreed to trade the principal to the Baltimore Ravens, who just upgraded themselves. They tried to trade the quarterback Joe Flacco. The trade could not be officially completed until March 13th, and it's being reported that the Broncos will send a fourth-round selection back in return for Flacco.
Yeah.
So we're not even getting a player back for this guy. We're getting the fourth-round pick.
Right.
That's disrespectful.
So
I guess that's all the Ravens wanted. I think the Ravens wanted more to get rid of Flacco to make room for Lord Jackson.
It's the fact that his
my God.
no. I don't think
I mean, they're obviously going all in on it.
I don't think it's the Lamar Jackson factor. I think it's the fact that Flacco got that giant contract about 2-3 years ago that's just cost him a buku amount of money, and he hasn't produced enough to warrant that contract.
What's funny is the reason he got that contract was because he beat the Broncos, and now he's going to get his next contract because he's going to be with the Broncos.
Yes.
And they took. I mean, well, Elway, maybe Elway sees something in him. I personally, at first I thought it was stupid. Well, I still think it's stupid, but
I mean,
it's actually not the worst thing.
It's just like, all right.
Well,
okay,
I mean,
it's not the worst thing, but it's not the best thing. I mean,
but check this out. Like, all right, who are the backup quarterbacks in Kansas City? You got some dude named Litton and some other guy behind Mahomes, who's not that. I mean, Mahomes goes down, season over, just like that.
yeah.
And then for the Chargers, bro, also in that division, you got what? Cardale Jones and Geno Smith behind Rivers.
Hey,
So
put some respect on Cardale
You already
Jones'
know
name.
how I feel about both of them, but
Okay, so
Put some respect on his name.
no, bro. If Rivers goes down, which he's old enough, he takes one hit, it's over.
is this your argument though?
My argument is that you're gonna have Case Keenum and Joe Flacco, so your backup is still a starter, which is me. Look, because guarantee injuries are happening. They really are, bro. Especially the quarterbacks. My argument is that in that division, if Mahomes or Rivers goes down, don't even be started on the Raiders, and that's an easy win. That's easier than freaking the Patriots always win in their division. Okay.
So what you're saying is that's what the Broncos should hope for. They should hope for Phillip Rivers and Patrick Mahomes to get hurt so that we can take over.
You don't
the
see that's
division.
gonna happen?
I mean, it's always a possibility. That's always in the realm of
And
possibility.
so why not?
But that's you can't base your season planning and future on these guys are gonna get hurt. We're gonna draft. We're gonna trade for Joe Flacco. We're not gonna invest in the future in our quarterback position because we expect these guys to get hurt so we can take the AFC West.
Well, here's the thing though. All the quarterbacks are coming out to 2020. So
Right.
why would you draft a quarterback this season anyway? You get
Why?
Flacco, see what you can do with it, and then if Keenum's got to go if he gets beat out by Flacco, which they're predicting he will. So
He should.
I can see them trying to draft if they have another sorry season because you're risking it on low risk players. They have another sorry season, they're gonna have a high pick, and there's a ton of talent coming out of quarterback in 2020.
In 2020, yeah, but why even waste that? Why even waste that 4th-round draft pick?
It's a fourth round. No one really cares about.
Yeah,
that.
but you never know what you're gonna get. But on Flacco,
Okay.
Flacco's been on his way. He only played 9 games this year.
So to your point, you're wasting a 4th-round draft pick on a quarterback who's been technically proven as a professional.
You know
quarterback.
what you're getting.
Yeah.
You just know what you're getting.
It's not like you're getting a college kid who hasn't been proven yet on the pro level.
And it's the fact that also it's not too different of a scheme because Denver has a solid defense too.
And they're also bringing
They
back
do.
Kubiak, who actually worked with Flacco for
No,
2-3
they're
years.
No, they're not bringing Kubiak
Well,
back. They have
like
he worked with him before.
He's like a consultant, right?
Kubiak's
Kub-
not going to be
Kubiak
with the Broncos.
It's close with Elway, so he's going to be a consultant in
Yeah.
a way.
No. What I'm saying is Kubiak's going to be a consultant. But it's not going to be with the Broncos. He's with another team already. I gotta look it up. But he's not going to be Kubiak's not going to be affiliated with the Broncos whatsoever this year.
Elway and them going to have talks on Snapchat. They're going to talk about it. I just personally feel like having 2 starters and one of you being your backup, you're not automatically screwed over if your QB goes down. That's Washington, because Washington was trying to get him too.
So according to Pro Football Focus, the 2 players, Joe Flacco and Case Keenum, are pretty much the same player.
Mm-hmm.
Which is perfect.
Yeah, the passer rating from a clean pocket about the same. Yards per average from a clean pocket is the same. They're pretty much the exact same quarterback.
You know what
It's
is
just, he's a little bit older.
I mean, over the last 3 seasons, they've had the same amount of touchdowns. Case Keenum's at 33 interceptions to Joe Flacco's 34 interceptions. 63.8 completion percentage to Flacco's 63.8 completion percentage. Exactly the same. 235.1 yards per game that's Keenum's versus Flacco's 242 yards per game. Now, granted, some of this is kind of skewed because Flacco only played 9 games this year, and Keenum had that amazing season with the Vikings the year before. But
so according to this article with CBS Sports, no matter what the Broncos do is going to cost them serious money. If the Broncos pull for trade, they'll have to eat $3 million in cap charge as part of the signing bonus they gave Keenum when they originally inked into a 2-year, $36 million deal in 2018. The contract included a $6 million signing bonus. Of that bonus, Broncos took a $3 million cap hit in 2018. We'll have to take another $3 million hit whether Keenum plays or not. If they release him, it'll get even more expensive. Not only do they take $10 million dead cap hit, they'll have to pay Keenum $7 million in cash for 2019 season. His 2-year deal includes $25 million in guaranteed money. So, regardless, Keenum's set up.
He's there, and I'm telling you that isn't. Watch. Come like week 8 or 9, you guys can be like, "Damn, Defoe knew what he was talking about." I'm telling you, all it takes is one. If one of those guys gets hurt and they pick up right where they left off, you're gonna be like, "I'm so glad Elway did this."
But the thing is, the Broncos, they're shopping Keenum. They're trying to get rid of Keenum.
Yeah,
like they don't want to keep Keenum.
I think they need to keep them both. And in this day and age, I think you need two starting caliber players.
Yeah,
quarterbacks. I mean, let's look at the Eagles. You know what I mean? Come on now. Yeah. I really think that keeping them both is a good because I mean, what? Like I mean, Kansas City and the Chargers are not set up for an injury. I'm telling you. And the way Rivers was getting blown up. Come on now.
It's just surprising that the fact that it was the Broncos who went after Flacco because during the whole once everybody started talking about Joe Flacco's possibly going to lead the Ravens, nobody was talking about the Broncos. Mm-hmm. It was like the Jaguars, the Giants,
right?
And here come the Broncos.
I think part of what happened was because like you were saying, you brought up Kubiak. Originally, Kubiak was going to be the offensive coordinator of the Broncos when they got Vic Fangio.
Yeah.
But then I guess whatever happened, Kubiak couldn't bring in his own guys that the Broncos already didn't like, so that kind of killed the deal. But because of that, they were already in talks with Joe Flacco and the Ravens to try to figure out how they could get him over here. And I guess they just kept that going even without Gary Kubiak being involved in the Broncos organization anyway.
I mean, besides Kaepernick, who else really be out there for a quarterback position?
Yeah, well, they weren't going to go after Kaepernick.
Well, it's funny you asked.
Nick Foles.
You have the God himself, Teddy Bridgewater, who came back from the dead, who's risen after.
He's a free agent this year, right?
Yes, sir. Ooh. Teddy Bridgewater. He's going to bridge that gap. He's going to make you a believer. But nah, he's going to be available. Nick Foles is going to be available if...
no, he's not. Franchise his ass.
Yeah?
Franchise him. Take the hit. Don't play yourself.
Don't play yourself.
Don't do it.
Like, how much is Nick Foles going to make if he gets franchised?
Like $20 million?
So he's going to make the same amount he would have if he didn't buy
I think Foles wants to be a starting quarterback. But the thing is, it's like...
He opted out of it. That's the thing.
Yeah, he paid the $2 million to opt out.
They're gonna pay him. I think it might be like 24, maybe 24. But honestly, whatever. Keep him.
I understand like the fact that he wants to be a starting quarterback. I was like, my guy, you've already won a Super Bowl. You're a Super Bowl MVP.
Right.
So that's why I don't really take stock in MVPs and Super Bowls. Like, Nick Foles won that. Joe Flacco won that. So it's like whatever.
Hey,
Julian Edelman won it. Like okay,
he was the MVP. He had to be the MVP. He's the one that got that team to that point.
Ooh, the Philly special. Ooh, what they do.
Even before that, though.
Yeah, he kind of had to.
But it's like, I don't know. I don't understand why he wants to be a starting quarterback. The dude's like, you got the big game. Just get the money. That's it now. You're not going to Canton.
It's hard. Yeah, it's hard to tell a competitor that though, man. Even though common sense would be like, man, ride it out. You second string. You make it $20 million, bro. Like just kick it. But I mean, he believes he can start. And then I think he maybe could. I just feel like
he has been.
They're not prepared for him like they would be. I feel like he would be a little better than a Fitzpatrick, bro. Personally, like Fitzpatrick is when he's good, he's good.
But you never know what he's gonna get.
You never know. It could be 4 picks. He's 4 picks, like good. You guys can still win. Well, you can win with 4 interceptions.
So I'm looking at this. So when the Ravens cut Flacco, they will save $10.5 million in cap space. But since the Broncos allowed them to make the trade, they're going to save that money. Since they covered draft picks and mid-rounder in exchange for Flacco acceptable return, Baltimore now owns 7 draft selections, a first rounder, third, 2 fourths, a fifth, and 2 sixths. and we're expected to receive a third-round comp pick after losing center Ryan Jensen in free agency. So this is going to help out the new GM that he just got in, so he can start doing his little legacy crap. But
they better draft a quarterback.
No, I say draft an O-line and maybe.
I mean, the defense is solid.
Yeah, the defense is good. I mean, maybe
keep as you were. Really, just keep doing what you do. Maybe O-line.
Yeah.
But you're gonna, or maybe like a really good slot receiver because Jackson's gonna have to get that ball away.
Well,
he's gonna have to throw.
My thing is, if they just take all off season, like, look, you're a starter now. All eyes on you, dog. You gotta learn to throw this ball.
Yeah.
I mean, just send them the quarterback, cancel kids. That's all you got, just all day long.
They better pick up Cole Beasley. Cole Beasley's good at making mediocre quarterbacks look good.
Is he a free agent right now?
I think they didn't. I think they may have not picked up his damn, let me find out actually.
Do we have an extension or what?
I thought he had something where they didn't pick it up.
Oh, that's
because I remember he was
interesting.
Yeah, because I don't think Cole Beasley's he might be a free agent actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he will be a free agent.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Yep, he will be a free agent.
Yep.
I think Baltimore should pick
I can
up
see
on
I can see them doing that.
For a slot that you can move Snead out wide because
Yep.
Snead's are definitely he's more of a wide receiver too versus a slot.
Because we still got Crab, we still got Smokey.
Yeah, I would definitely put Beasley in that slot.
I can see him fitting in there.
Blown up.
I mean, they offered a contract to Des Bryant. I don't see why they can't get.
Yeah.
What's his face?
Yeah, man. That I think that Beasley would be a good option to take some pressure off Jackson because Jackson's about to be looking like James Winston. I'm telling you, man, it's gonna be interception magic over there.
Nah, fam. He's gonna throw it to himself. He's gonna run so fast, catch the ball himself.
He's got Cooper. He's got Marty.
Who talking about Dez? I mean, Dak.
Yeah, Dak. He's got Marty Cooper, and he's got Michael Gallup.
Was Gallup the one that took that major, massive leg injury?
No, that was
I thought it was Gallup. It wasn't Gallup.
It was Hearns.
Hearns.
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Now he'll be good by what they say by training camp.
Okay.
That's what they said.
R.I.P. his
That's what they
knees.
said.
Hey, speaking about former Cowboys, guess who I saw the other day?
Oh.
Gavin Escobar.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
Playing for the San Diego Fleet.
Oh.
But
wow.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, giving him a chance, man.
Yeah.
He was out there actually catching balls, so I was like, oh well, where was those hands at when he was in the pros?
I mean, he wasn't a bad tight end.
No, it was all right. He was straight. But
big body.
Big body. So we're gonna take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna be talking about the NBA MVP race and who out of the three do we think should pick it up this year. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back, and we're talking about the whole NBA MVP race. To be honest with you guys, I've watched 2 games this year. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Have you looked at the numbers at least?
I've been looking at the numbers. I got the numbers up.
Goddamn.
No, I got the numbers up. Yeah, I got the numbers up. But it's just been, I don't know. It's just this year, the whole LeBron Lakers drama and the whole James Harden super step back travel foul. It's just, I don't know.
The Lakers aren't gonna make the playoffs.
I don't know. They're the 8th seed right now.
Are they?
No,
I thought they were the
they're
9th seed
10th.
still.
They're 10th.
No, they're the 8th because Sacramento lost last night.
That's right. Sacramento did lose because the Nuggets beat.
Yeah. It's just one of those weird, they keep going back and forth.
Oh, they still might not make it, and I think it'd be hilarious.
Oh, it'd be
That
amazing.
would not be hilarious, bro.
It would be hilarious.
No, it would not.
Because then we'll get to see where all these young players from the Lakers get to go.
Yeah.
Let me get to go.
They're gonna get traded.
No, they're not.
They're gonna trade the entire. They already tried to trade the entire team.
They tried it, yeah, but that's not. Look, Anthony Davis ain't going to the Lakers, bro. Not next year. He's not getting traded.
They're gonna try to get everybody else.
They're gonna try to get some Celtics talent. They would not. They'd rather send him to the East versus keep him in the West.
You talking about the Lakers gonna get some Celtics talent?
No, I'm talking about the New Orleans is gonna get some.
Oh
Celtics
no, I
talent.
don't think they're gonna get AD as well, but I think they're gonna be trading for everybody else, and they're gonna trade Lonzo. They're gonna try to use Kuzma.
For who? They're not gonna give anyone.
Brown will probably bring back Derrick Rose again.
Hey,
No, Bron.
Didn't you hear that Lonzo Ball? He is better than LeBron.
I'm not even gonna entertain LeVar. LeVar is probably one of the greatest marketing people ever. When you think about it, like, how does he get so much airtime to talk about these things? Like, he's on everybody's show talking this craziness. They love it. People eat it up.
He's like, why wouldn't I say my boy's better than him?
Right.
Like, I mean, I support his his love for his kids, but he's a little delusional at times.
It's like, what you mean?
Yeah,
How dare I say another man is better than my son?
No, they're not trading all their talent. They're not gonna do that.
So speaking of talent, you got 3 guys who are actually going for MVP right now. You got the dark horse Paul George. You got Giannis Antetokounmpo, and you got James Harden, who is the reigning MVP right now. So for numbers wise, like Defoe was just talking about, you got on the season, Paul George is averaging 28.7 points, 8 rebounds, 4.1 assists, 2.3 steals over 36.2 minutes per game, while shooting 45.4% from the floor, which is pretty good. But Giannis has the Milwaukee Bucks with the best record in the league right now. It was recording 27.1 points, 12.6 boards, and 5.9 assists, which is better than George. And then you got Harden, who's just posting the more 30-point games, and just it's ridiculous.
It's really tough. It's gonna come down to who finishes out the season correctly.
I'm wondering if the NBA is going to be anti back-to-back MVPs after the whole Steph Curry debacle.
Well, they got it wrong by not giving Bron MVP last year, because they could definitely give it to Harden this year.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, Harden is on another level.
I think Harden should have won it that year. Russ got the triple-double thing.
Oh, yeah. Well,
because here's my thing with triple-doubles. The way he was doing it was getting just all he needs 10 points, 10 rebounds, and 10 assists. It's not that hard. It's honestly not that hard to do when you're the point guard. It's really not, especially when you're an athletic point guard. To me, triple-doubles aren't that impressive. So, I mean,
they're not, because now people are getting them at such an alarming rate.
Yeah, it's
they
like
weren't before.
Now, if you're doing like David Robinson was doing, like getting 10 points, 10 blocks, 10 rebounds, 10 steals, and doing like that, then I'm like, all right, you was hustling.
Yeah.
But when you're literally pushing players out the way to get the rebounds, I'm like, dude, I don't have respect for that.
But I mean, that doesn't surprise you with Russell Westbrook, though.
No.
That's expected. But I mean, it was not like triple doubles were that common a decade ago. Now they're just like, I mean, he's about to average them for the third straight year? Averaging triple doubles?
Yeah.
I mean, the game is changing, but Russell is that guy. Like, I mean, when Max Kellerman says, I think that if Russ could shoot, he'd be probably the best player in the league. I really do believe that.
Max Kellerman is the biggest idiot on
No,
TV.
that guy is on point, man. I really agree with a lot of his takes. What I'm saying, I think that he would be, but he just can't. His step back mid range is not that dope.
Max Kellerman said the Pelicans don't want to trade Anthony Davis to the Lakers because they're haters.
They are. They are.
Bro,
They're totally.
Because they're haters. Not because they don't want him to play in the West.
You
because they're
would take 2 first-round picks and a whole team, and you still said no. What else would you do?
Is that really worth it, though?
Yes, AD ain't that nigga. Okay, he literally a whole 5 players. A whole
AD
5.
ain't that dope, dog.
But
AD ain't that dope.
Let's think about it from a business standpoint. From a business standpoint, the Pelicans are a business, right? New Orleans is not a big market like New York or LA. They get rid of Davis and they don't get what they feel like is compensation back. One, they're going to be out of contention for how
they're not going to be in contention anyway. You had one of the best players and you couldn't do anything anyway.
They
so they're not going to be in contention once and got knocked out. Come on,
they still made it. It's still a business. It's still a business.
If you have undeveloped talent that's they're not the substance isn't there yet, but it's on its way, and then you're still gonna have 2 picks on top of your.
How long you gotta wait for that substance to develop?
How long you had Davis and y'all couldn't do nothing with him either?
4 years,
and they
4 or 5 years.
They didn't do anything with him.
I mean, it's not his fault because everybody when they go down there start playing like trash.
I mean, did they not just have? No, I'm sorry. That was who was the best coach last year? That was what team was he on? Toronto. Never mind. I'm thinking of Toronto.
Oh, the coach that got fired.
Yeah, they got fired and won Coach of the Year.
It's like,
that happens all the time.
Jesus Christ. So but no, I think that is AD really that valuable to them where they couldn't take 5 players and 2 years of first round?
I think they're trying to set a standard. Like, you're not going to bully us into taking what you're just going to give us.
So you're going to play yourself to show a standard, like the Pittsburgh Steelers did. Play themselves to show a standard.
They still got time though.
I think that situation is a little bit different though, because with this one, it was Rich Paul and Clutch Sports dictating how the league's going to run. By waiting until the summer free agency, now you got all these other teams who can make packages and possibly get you.
They won't get better because it was a desperation deal.
From the Lakers?
Yes.
Of course the Lakers are trying
not going to get that.
What the Lakers end up with? They've got a player from the Clippers. They traded Michael Beasley to the Clippers. They got nothing. Nobody respects the Lakers right now. Because
they're haters.
They're not haters. The Lakers are because all we heard all season was the fact that Magic Johnson can land these deals. They can land Paul George. He's possibly going to land KD. He can do this. He do that. He's done nothing.
Because they're what is it? Collusion.
Collusion.
They're freaking. They're teaming up against them, man. Like I'm saying this, a desperation. 10 days till the contract was to trade deadline, and you traded your whole team and 2 first rounds for 2 years, and they still said no. That is just bad business because you're not gonna get a better deal like that in the summer.
I honestly don't think the players that they were offering were worth it. To be honest with you,
Kuzma, Ball.
I like Kuzma. Don't get me wrong. I like Kuzma. I don't think Ball's worth it. I personally do not think Ball's it.
Oh my goodness.
I don't think they're going to give him Zubac. Where does Zubac even go to school?
Bro, they was going to give up Hart too.
Okay, Hart, who's always hurt.
They're going to make a deal for what? Tatum and Kyrie?
Shoot. No, and Danny Ainge, he'll probably do some carries like that.
No,
he'll probably give him.
He ain't giving up Tatum.
He ain't gonna give Tatum, but he'll give up what's his name?
What, 2 hurt players, Hayward and Kyrie?
No, they ain't gonna. No. Kyrie's probably gonna be leaving. They'll keep Gordon Hayward. Who's Jaylen Brown? They'll probably give Jaylen Brown and Terry Rozier.
I wouldn't give up Rozier.
I would.
No,
I would.
That's supposed to be your point guard of the future.
But you can also go get Trey Burke, who's gonna be on the free agency next year. Who's up for
Trey Burke over Brown? Are you tripping? I mean Rozier? No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
All right, man. I can't.
If you don't want to pay a point guard, you got a point guard who can score, who can bring the ball up the court.
But what are you seeing in all these other teams? The point guard is doing a lot more than they used to.
In the Celtics system, they're not. The Celtics system, all he's doing is just facilitating the ball, just passing it off. That's what
Kyrie's doing?
Kyrie's just making clutch shots. That's all he does. Kyrie's using Kyrie playing solo
like
ball.
38 points a game, and he's like,
and then he sits out the next game because, my knees hurt. Oh, my feet hurt.
Oh, my goodness, man. Floyd is being so...
Well, back to the MVP discussion.
Jesus.
I don't know how we got on that, but...
They're haters, like I said.
Who, the Lakers? Lakers hating on everybody? Yeah.
No.
So, with Giannis, this article saying, think about it, the Bucks' second best player is probably Chris Middleton. But...
yeah, that's not...
Yeah.
I mean, I like Harden, man.
The thing with Harden, though, his game is getting exposed. And, I mean, he's scoring a lot.
Still doing it.
He's dropping buckets, but it's like, dude, like, I don't know. I like the resume that Paul George is putting up. He's quietly keeping that team afloat. He's actually balling out. He's having a legit season. It's just, I don't know. I'm tired of James Harden. And I'm a Rockets fan. That's the crazy part.
Yeah. No, you're not tired of James Harden.
Yeah, I'm definitely tired of James Harden.
Honestly, when they make an effort to stop you,
when he got his,
and you're still...
Did you see that block that was on him last night?
Nah.
Remind me to show you that.
But if they're making an effort, if literally you're the only person they got to worry about and they still can't stop you. Now, they're still beating you.
Yeah.
But they're literally making a scheme to stop you or limit you. And if limiting a player is letting them get 30, that's pretty dope,
here's my thing, though. So my thing is, if you can control everybody else on the team, the other 4 players on the court, and just let James Harden keep scoring, he's not going to beat you by himself.
No.
He's not going to do it. LeBron has been proven with Kobe. Even though you can score all these points, if you're not winning,
but he's not. It doesn't. I mean, what? Paul? Where's he?
Chris Paul's
Capella's not there. Like he's literally doing this with no one.
That's what I'm saying. So these guys are known to be hurt all the time. We're just now going into the All-Star break. Just about to go into it. So if these guys can't come back for this playoff push, the West is stacked. It's really stacked right now. You have the Nuggets, who they were talking about in the preseason were going to be good. Those guys are showing up. You got the Kings, who are somehow winning games.
Yeah, Jazz looks good too.
The Jazz are looking good. The Thunder are looking really good right now since they got rid of that cancer that's not in the league right now. You got the Timberwolves, who got rid of a cancer. So you got these teams who are legitimately good, but it's like, I don't think the Rockets are going to do it. I honestly don't think they can do it.
I still think that MVP should be him because Paul George, you're saying he's scoring average 40 since.
But his defense though is helping that team out.
His defense is helping us. Yeah, but I mean,
my thing is, if James Harden would play defense, I'll have more respect for him. If he would play legit defense,
but he's got to carry the team. You can't do both. And I mean, if you think about it, I don't think they're keying in on George because ain't nobody getting 42, 47, 45, 44 at game in and game out. But they're not worried about him. They're worried about Russ. They're worried about Russ going off on them because they're limiting him to less than 20 points. The last 2 weeks?
When you jack it up from the half court, I mean, yeah.
All I'm saying is, if they start keying in on George and then Russ has to go after him again, I mean, I feel like
they got Aquaman, so
it's interchangeable, right? It's interchangeable with Adams over there. Yeah, I think that either one of them could be balling. So I don't think he should get MVP. I like Giannis and I like Harden.
I mean, I can see giving it to Giannis. I mean, they do have the best record in the league. They have been balling out. I mean, and he has literally nothing out there with him. He has a bunch of.
They are long though. Their defense is solid. They are a long team.
Dude.
But I mean, Giannis deserves it. But I like what Harden's doing.
Also, my thing. All right, so back to the Harden and Thunder thing. Who are you gonna take up against Thanos? He literally just got the last Infinity Stone and Boogie Cousins. Who are you gonna take against them?
Against the Warriors?
Yeah.
Thanos. I was watching that game when they played the Jazz, man, and Boogie, I forgot he had such range. He hit those threes, man. It's not fair. It's just not.
Exactly. So, which team are you gonna take? You gonna take a Harden by himself against the 5 juggernauts, the 5 horsemen of the apocalypse, or whatever?
I mean,
or are you gonna take the Thunder?
Here's the thing: who's gonna be able to score like that besides them? Besides Houston, who can score like that in the West? Because the Jazz plays. They have a healthy CP3 and a Capella. It's gonna be the score's gonna be like 140 to 155.
We're putting this on CP3's back.
No, we're putting on Capella.
The only reason I bring it up though is because that was what the series go to 7 last year.
Yes, but that was without Boogie Cousins.
That was also without CP3. And they could have won that.
And wasn't I think Steph was off that series too, right?
Steph does not show up in playoffs.
That's weird. That's so weird to me.
It's so weird to me. But everybody else does. Thompson shows up every time. Like he can't make it. He can't create his own shot. But
going back to the Lakers, Thompson's already stated he wants to stay a Warrior for life. So he might even. Yeah. Everybody's talking about Klay Thompson going to the Lakers. He might not even leave.
I never thought he was gonna go to the Lakers.
Well, I guess his dad played for LA.
Yeah, I feel like he wants to stay as long as the team stays together.
Right.
He'll stay. Once Durant leaves, we'll see what they're made of. Because once Durant leaves, I think that Warriors, the dynasty ends.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I feel like without Durant, I feel like Thunder could beat the Warriors. I feel like Houston could beat the Warriors.
Yeah.
Like Durant gives you a lot, especially in a playoff series.
Yeah, he gives you 30 buckets and defense.
Yeah.
Well, without Durant was gonna beat them.
Kevin Durant.
Remember?
Yeah. Without Durant was gonna beat them. But no. I don't know, Merrill. No one's beating the Warriors. That's why NBA's kind of like, yeah. Like
I know who can beat the Warriors next year.
No, they can't.
I'm telling you,
they can't.
When Zion comes out,
do it.
The Knicks are coming back to glory, baby.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna regret saying this, but
when Zion comes out,
with Kyrie, Zion, and KD on the same team, and nobody else because you can't afford anybody else on the team. They got to cut the coach and go bring in the AAU coach.
Yeah.
That's all you need. 3 on 5.
They're going to lock arms.
No subs.
Speaking of subs, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about Kyler Murray, if he's making the right decision, in our opinion, to go straight NFL or he should go straight to baseball. So we'll be right back. All right. We're back, and we're talking about Kyler Murray, who has real power if he chooses to use it, according to Pro Football Talk. Kyler Murray, he's become the next name in storyline of quarterbacks to turn the tables in the NFL by exercising control over his draft status. He was, drafted by the Athletics?
Yeah, the Oakland A's.
Oh, Oakland A's?
Yeah, it's the Athletics.
Oh, yeah. Well, I don't watch baseball, dude. I don't care.
Well, I'm saying, that's what the A stands for, Athletics.
Except for assholes, bro. I care. I don't care about no baseball.
They play in Oakland.
Okay. Nobody wants to play in Oakland.
Except for the Golden State Warriors.
They're literally building a stadium outside of Oakland. Like, they don't even have Oakland in the title. They say Golden State.
They don't, you're right.
It's like...
I didn't know where Golden State was, so it was like 20.
Yeah, like, no lie, like that's true. Like the only reason I knew about Golden State because of Baron Davis.
Yeah.
Only reason I knew about it.
Yeah.
That's why they still give out his bobbleheads to this day. But yes.
To this day.
So I guess what's it called? So he got drafted by the Oakland A's and he decided that he's finally going to just go straight up football. He's going to go to the draft. He has the potential to become the #1 draft pick, which is kind of funny because the Cardinals hold the #1 draft pick and they just drafted a quarterback.
Yeah.
But I guess the coach that's now coaching the Cardinals,
Cliff Kingsbury,
loves Kyler Murray.
Now, quick thing, since Kyler Murray decided he's gonna focus and his love is football or whatever, he just lost
$4 million.
Was it 5? I think
a total of $5 million. He had already received like $1.51 million, but he's got to pay back $1.39, and the rest of the $3 million, whatever, he just forfeits now. That was a signing bonus or something like that from the Oakland A's. But so he's 5'11", right?
Yes.
Maybe
5'11",
depending on how they decide to measure.
5'11", 195 pounds.
Okay. How tall is Russell Wilson? 6 foot?
I'll look it up real quick while you ask about it.
I want to say about 6. Well, Drew Brees is 5'11".
Okay, but Drew Brees.
Russell Wilson's 5'11".
Okay. Drew Brees and Russell Wilson, they look like more stout.
That's true.
They look bigger.
I'll give you that. Yeah.
So I don't know if this guy's been playing baseball. He probably hasn't been putting as much muscle and stuff like that to necessarily get prepared for the NFL. And if he's going into the draft, he's not going to have that much time to really kind of bulk up the way he may need to take some of these hits. Because he's, as we've seen, you can be a running quarterback, but you're going to get hurt. And if you can't take the hits, you're going to get hurt quick. So I don't know. I'm kind of. I don't think he's gonna be that good. I don't think he's gonna be worth it. First round draft pick.
Goodness, it's all.
I don't think he's gonna be worth it.
It's all about the scheme, man. That's one thing about football. It's all about the scheme.
So speaking of that though, like if you look, I was just talking about the Cardinals. They had the first pick, right?
Okay.
So of course they got a quarterback out there. They're gonna try to work with him because they wasted all that time with him. You got the 49ers who have Jimmy G, he's about to come back. Yeah. You got the Jets who have Sam Darnold. You got the Oakland Raiders who technically do have a quarterback, but John Gruden is not in love with the dude. You got the Buccaneers who
they're gonna ride it out.
Got work to do.
Because he's in the last year of his rookie deal, but he has Bruce Arians now as the head coach.
Mm-hmm.
You got the Giants who need a quarterback.
They're gonna take
You think they're gonna take Haskins? Then you got the Jacksonville Jaguars right behind him.
And they're not
so talented.
Exactly. So then you got the Lions who they still got a quarterback.
They can't scheme.
About him, you said last year about Allen coming out.
I think Jacksonville needs to try to get
if Jacksonville actually brings down Tom Coughlin from the GM booth and have him coach, they might get the scheme.
Or they could just listen to him, and then maybe they wouldn't be in the problem. He's general manager. They're not listening to. No, he's going to go to the Cardinals, and it's going to be a great. It's going to be a smart option. It is.
You think they'll pick him
up? I totally think they will. Kingsbury is an air raid guy. He came out of Texas Tech. He throws that thing and he spreads it out. Like you can't. I mean, you can get a pass rush all you want, but when they running 4 wide receivers and a slot and a tight end that can catch, I mean, you ain't. How much pressure you really about to try to get? So you can just make it easy on him. Just dump it off. Now you got to have 4 guys try to tackle and not get blocked by 4 other guys. No, it's not gonna work. I think that I think it's a good option for him. He's more money in football than baseball early on.
Yeah.
First round, they get some guaranteed money, especially the top 10. So I think he's making the right choice. And plus, it's just more scheme that can be involved. And I don't know how good he even is at baseball. I mean,
from what I understand, they were saying he's really dope. That's the crazy part.
But here's the thing: you're coming off a Heisman hangover,
yeah,
and you're also like you're at Oklahoma, a high flying offense, and which is what the NFL is turning into. But ride that wave, man. Don't just jump to baseball and then be forgotten.
See, personally, I look at it like I'm not a baseball fan, but I am a fan of baseball money.
Yeah.
So
but they don't get that money right away.
Not right away. It takes a little bit longer.
It takes a little bit longer, but I think he'll have a longer career. Like you said, he is a running quarterback. He is on the smaller side. You're not getting hit in baseball. You know what I'm saying?
No, but you ain't getting paid either. I mean, not right away. Like it's opposite. Like you get more money longevity in baseball, but the younger you are, the more money you get in football. Yeah. Like the older you are, you're not getting that same money.
Yeah,
the baseball money is guaranteed.
It is.
It takes longer to get, but that's your money.
That's the one plus side of it. But I think that he can go back to baseball later on. Personally, you ain't coming back to football.
Yeah,
you're not. This is your chance. Take the football. If it don't work out, you can go back to baseball.
Pull a Tebow move and go to the minors and try to work your way back up.
Yeah, but if you're that dope as you say, you can pick it back up in a year or two. True. I think that Arizona's going to take him because Rosen ain't really. I mean, he didn't really have a chance to be seen. But shop him. I mean, you ain't got to start right away.
I mean, it's just they literally just drafted the dude. I mean,
I got him at the 10th spot.
But still, though, last year I wasn't that high on him anyway. I didn't think he was that dope. I thought he was trash.
You don't really know because that O-line is so just.
So you want to draft a quarterback who's probably going to get hurt even more to put behind that O-line that's already suspect.
Right.
They keeping a guy that already technically knows that line.
You got to go inside the management of the Cardinals to really know what's going on, but they could easily shop him to Jacksonville for a first and second round pick.
Yeah.
And then get the O-line you need.
Let me see.
If you're really in love with Murray.
A couple other teams that need quarterbacks. You got the Bengals who need one.
Oh my gosh! Get out of here. No, they don't.
Andy Dalton is steady getting hurt.
Dalton is dope.
But who's backing him up?
Who's backing him up?
Bro, who's even coaching the Bengals right now?
Oh, why do you make it like this?
I'm like asking a legit question.
No, we're talking about Dalton. We're talking about Dalton and this high flying offense, and everybody just thinks of it. Getting the 4 years they were 11-5, 11-5, 12-4, 13. I'm sorry, no, not 13-3. They were like 11-5.
And what they do in the playoffs?
They couldn't win a playoff game.
Because who they going up against?
It doesn't matter.
They couldn't even get
They went up against them in the regular season.
Bye weeks because you had the Patriots so dope, and you had Not Pittsburgh, but yeah. And you had Pittsburgh. Or you had Denver. Or you had the Colts. Like, I mean, come on, man. Like, you can't. Like,
sound like excuses.
Yeah, you're right. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning getting the bye weeks. Darn. Like, that's surprising. Right. Like, no. I mean, so he's going up against a team, and then you just get beat. Playoffs is anybody, any given Sunday.
Well, you also got the Packers sitting at 12.
Was dope. You know, that's so upsetting to I'm seeing them. They should at 12. That they should always be like in the 20s, the high 20s, because they're usually in the playoffs, usually doing really well. They should have 2. They should have the Saints first round pick this
they do have the Saints top pick.
Yeah, which is unfortunate.
Because New Orleans traded up for the pass rusher, Marcus Davenport.
Yeah, they gave him up for that. But I'm saying, I think they need to get. I mean, I always say defense, but I really think they should get the defense. I mean, I don't know what the Packers are going to do, honestly.
So you got the Dolphins.
Maybe some receivers, maybe.
Yeah,
that would help.
Yeah.
You got the Dolphins, who have Ryan Tannehill, who they got to make a decision on, who's always hurt. Atlanta Falcons, they're always hurt by injuries, but they still got Matt Ryan out there.
Yeah.
They're overhauling the staff out there. Redskins, they got Josh Johnson right now, who's the god. Carolina Panthers, Cam Newton's always hurt. The Browns
he just had surgery on his shoulder, so he should be back by
man.
Same shoulder though.
The Steelers, they're gonna need a quarterback eventually.
Maybe another like 2.
They got what's his name, Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, they're fine.
Rudolph.
Oh, he's a baller, bro.
Rudolph.
He's a baller.
Remember when Ben Roethlisberger was talking about retiring and they were drafting him? He's like, "Oh no, I ain't going nowhere. This is my job."
Or he just drops all the way down to the bottom of the draft and gets picked up by New England.
Who?
Kyler Murray. And Bill Belichick's like, yes. You made me get rid of my white god. Now I got black Jesus.
That would be no. I think watch. You know what's gonna happen? Watch Patriots pick up like Browning from Washington or something.
Dog, the Patriots had 2 first-round picks. Oh, they had 2 first-round picks last year. They got extra picks in the second and third rounds from trades with the Bears and Lions.
They're gonna find a sleeper.
Yeah, like they always do. They're gonna find somebody, and they're not gonna pop this year. They'll pop, a couple years down the road.
You know what's crazy? Because I know we're talking about Connor, but the running back for the Patriots,
Michelle.
Yeah.
Nobody talked about that dude all season.
Nope.
All season, nobody talked about dude, and he just balls out in the Super Bowl.
Because they had like how many other running backs they had above him?
Burkhead.
Yeah, they had 2 other ones.
James White.
Yeah, well, White only comes alive in.
That's the thing.
He's like, I mean, there's a
yeah, that's all. He literally just does nothing all season. And playoffs time. All right, guys.
I'm here, guys.
And he's fresh and ready to go.
So, that was a nice snap.
Yeah, right. It's a nice 16.
But I personally don't think he's going to go number 1. I think that's what everybody's saying, but I'm still on the fence because they still got that quarterback out there they just drafted last year. The Niners don't need a quarterback. And in the top 5, nobody really needs a quarterback. Maybe at 6, but you're saying that John's going to take Haskins.
They're going to take Haskins.
So, I mean,
I mean, Kyler Murray, I think he's going to go with the Cardinals, and if not, he's going to go to the Dolphins.
I can say with the Dolphins.
But he's not going to do as well as he will with the Cardinals.
Let's see. Haskins is 6'3", 220 pounds, built like a quarterback. Yeah.
All right.
No, I mean, he's built. I'm not saying he's a good quarterback. I'm saying he's built like a quarterback.
I mean, traditional quarterback.
Yeah.
The game is going away from that, man. Like, the game has changed.
The game?
Well, I mean, they can still be tall like that, but if they're mobile, that's what's changing. You got to be mobile. You also still got to be able to, throw out of the pocket or even throw on the run. Like,
which he doesn't do. He does not throw on the run well.
Hey, so what's up with these Buckeye quarterbacks, man?
They fizz out.
Yeah, JT Barrett hasn't done anything. Cardell Jones hasn't done anything. I mean,
there's something else in common with all those guys too, but I'm not gonna go there. Just this time. I'm just saying that. All I'm saying is that Ohio State doesn't really produce quarterbacks. They produce everything else, everything else from every position. But quarterback, Big Ten just has some trouble with that.
And you know where they should go play for? The Alliance of American Football.
That's where they'll ultimately end up.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, they'll just be a backup for a while.
Oh, quick thing. So, the quarterback for the Birmingham Iron is Luis Perez. He's already got 8 offers from the NFL teams after 1 game. He turned them all down.
Really?
Because he's saying that you just want me now because that 1 game.
Yeah.
And I could possibly get cut in the offseason. Allow me to build a resume over 10 games.
Yeah.
And then come after me.
I'm pretty sure he didn't come up with that. I'm pretty sure his PR person or his agent told him to do that.
Whoever came up with that is smart.
Yeah.
And I guarantee you that his agent talked to the NFL teams to see what that money was looking like first.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Guaranteed.
Because I guarantee you they probably we'll just bring him in, this is and that.
Just practice
for, $40,000. for the practice squad. He's probably like, no, I'll stay where I'm at for now.
Well, no, because he's making what,
60
80 grand,
something?
so
Almost
About 80 grand, yeah.
So yeah, I think that was a money thing because they'd been like, all right, we'll sign you to a 2-year contract, potential practice squad, but you're gonna be making $250,000.
Because the practice squad only has 10 players, right?
Yeah,
I think 12, but yeah. So no, I think that he made that decision based on the money, not so much on.
It's a business decision.
You guys have any thoughts on Kareem Hunt and the Browns signing?
I like it.
I like it too. I personally don't feel. I understand he had his little incident.
Yeah.
But it was dealt through the proper channels, law enforcement.
Mm-hmm.
NFL is going to suspend him for a couple games.
Yeah, that's going to happen inevitably.
But my thing is, why shouldn't he be able to work?
Exactly.
So if they're willing to say, they're taking the proper steps, they did what they're supposed to. They did their due diligence. They just didn't say like, oh, we're not going to look into it. They actually looked into it.
Mm-hmm. There's
no criminal charges, if I'm not mistaken, right? There's no criminal charges.
Nothing.
It does look bad, but I guarantee you, after about a year, nobody's gonna be thinking about this
because someone else is gonna do something stupid.
Because
yeah,
they always bring up the Ray Rice thing, but that just got ugly because of the video.
Well, that got ugly because of video and because the NFL was kind of wishy-washy.
Yeah, the way they handle it.
Yeah.
But nobody talks about the kicker from the Giants.
Nope.
Nobody really talks about Greg Hardy anymore because he's out. And he's throwing people on top of guns and stuff.
Even
like
when
that.
he was in, no one really talked about that.
Yeah, and so it's like, I think just with this one, it was just, it happened during a slow period for the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only reason why it blew up the way it did. But
and because the team he was on.
Yeah.
Team he was on was making a push.
Yeah, so I think now there might be some eyes on him just in the football world because he's going to the Browns who can possibly make the playoffs next year.
Yeah.
If they pull their stuff together because they got some coaching out there now. It seems like John Dorsey actually knows what he's talking about. So, like the rest of those guys that's been out there. So, I think he's going to be a nice addition to him.
Yeah. I
honestly don't think you should keep somebody from working from one mistake that they did because no charges will be filed.
Right. But if you kneel, you're done.
Right.
That's
Forever.
true.
Forever.
But no, I'm saying, yeah, I think it's a smart option on the Browns. Honestly, I think he'll be all right.
Yeah, especially if he's available. Why not? I mean, they cut him. It's like,
yeah,
he's free.
And he's younger. Now, had he been like 30 and this happened, I think they would have been like, it's not worth the risk and the backlash. But he's young.
So staying on running backs, where do you think Le'Veon Bell's going?
Ooh, if he doesn't, Packers, Colts, or Houston.
I don't think Colts. There's no reason for the Colts to take him.
The Colts got like 12 running backs out there, but they were
And
all
none
hurt.
of them are.
They were all hurt.
I mean,
none of them are as good as him.
Not as good as him, but I mean, look at what Marlon Mack did in the second half of the season. What was he bad? He wasn't bad. He was serviceable.
I'm be honest with you, I don't know what Marlon Mack did in the second half of the season.
he was better, but you got to look at who they were playing too.
Yeah, I guess just because they get a little softer.
It's not the same, and it was kind of some blown coverage on a lot of those because he had big gains. It wasn't consistent. It was big gains.
No, yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, maybe the Colts won't take him. They can't afford him. I wish the Packers would, but I highly doubt that.
Yeah,
but Bell wants to go somewhere where he can win.
Where he can get paid and win.
The 49ers with his boy Antonio Brown.
I don't think that's a good option for them.
What, Antonio Brown to the 49ers?
I mean, but I'm talking about Bell to the 49ers.
Oh, no, I don't think he'll fit with 49ers. No.
I like him with maybe the Houston too, man. Big market. They got Blue Alfred Blue and
Lamar
Miller. You have Lamar Miller and Bell back there with Hopkins,
but they don't have a line though.
They don't.
They don't have a line.
No,
they don't. I mean,
now you know who does have a line. I'm asking, do you know?
I
thought he was about to troll and say something.
Man, it's tough, bro. Like everybody that has a line, they already have star running backs, so it's like they don't really need them. But it wouldn't hurt to have him. I don't know. That's gonna be interesting to see where he wants to go. I hope he goes to the Packers. That'd be awesome.
Send him to the Jets so they can take over New York. They're like running back versus running back, new school versus old school.
And that's what they both came out of the Big Ten. Thank you, Bell and Saquon. Penn State, Michigan State.
Penn State trash. Michigan State.
Have you know what they have right now? They have a Saquon 2.0.
And what they do with it? And what they do with it? Not a damn thing.
Yeah, unfortunately, because the Big Ten is loaded.
SEC's loaded.
No, they're not. Actually, they're top heavy.
Is that loaded?
No.
I mean, loaded from the top. I mean,
no. Georgia, LSU, Bama. Everybody else just falls by the wayside. That's kind of true.
Nobody watches the Big Ten. Dude. Nobody watches the Big Ten except
All right.
people in the North.
Jesus Christ.
That's why you can only name like 5 players on the Big Ten that's in the league. So that's gonna wrap it up for this episode of Turf Toe Show. If you want to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Turf Toe Show, everywhere we want to be. If you want to be on the show, just hit us up. And
The last draft.
I was just saying, man,
Jesus Christ. Big Ten only have how many people?
they're trash, dog.
Jesus Christ.
That's why other coaches get in trouble being trash.
they have like 5 quarterbacks in the league right now.
There's 32 teams.
Yeah, the Big Ten has 5 current quarterbacks. Jesus Christ. I can't. Why everybody got to hate on the Big Ten?
Because they're big trash. They trash. But that's gonna wrap it up, guys. Till next time. Bye.
Trash.